In this session, we are going to model the interior and exterior decorations, including ceilings, interior painting, tiles, floor finishes, and eaves. We have already prepared the types of these materials and elements in the project so that we can use them directly. In practice, interior decorations are constructed from top to bottom of the space in the floor, so ceilings usually come first. Here, we also follow the same sequence. Let us start from the ceilings in the basement. We can use the pen tool to paint the ceilings in the basement with the 1-3 mortar monolithic finish emulsion pen. It's recommended to use the pen tool in the 3D view so that we can see every surface easier by rotating the model. Switch to the 3D view and adjust the section box until we can clearly see the ceilings in the basement. Under the Modify tab, select the Pen tool. In the Material Browser window, select 1-3 Mortar Monolithic Finish Emulsion Pen. Then click on the surface of the ceilings to paint on it. Now, please follow the same procedure to paint all the ceilings in the basement. To avoid missing out any surfaces for painting, remember to move around in the 3D view to check the results. Now, let us move on to the first floor. Most ceilings on the first floor are also painted with 1-3 mortar monolithic finish emulsion pen. But for the kitchens and bathrooms, they are drop ceilings below their main ceilings, so we should use the ceiling tool to create the drop ceilings. First of all, open the 1F plan view and switch view templates to architecture plans. Then, in the Properties palette, under the Underlay category, select None in Range, Base Label. Since the ceiling elements we are going to create may be out of the view range of this plan view, let us modify the settings. Under the Extents category, click the Edit button of View Range. In the Primary Range box, modify the offset value of top to 290 cm and the offset value of cut plane to 280 cm. Then click on OK. Select the Ceiling tool under the Architecture tab. Then, in the Properties palette, select Composite Ceiling, Waterproof Plastic Slate Ceiling. Set the height offset from level to 260 cm. Then, under the Modify Place Ceiling tab, select Sketch Ceiling. Now we can sketch the boundaries of the drop ceilings. Click the green check icon to finish editing the ceilings. In the first floor, there are 7 drop ceilings. We should create them individually because creating a ceiling that crosses multiple rooms may result in errors in quantity takeoff. Next, let us decorate the interior walls. We will use 2 approaches for the decorations on the interior walls. The first one is using the pen tool, and the other one is creating a thin wall element attached to an interior wall. Under the Modify tab, select the Pen tool. Then select the material named 123 Mortar Monolithic Finish Emulsion Pen. Then click on all the surfaces that we want to pen. However, sometimes a wall is shared by two rooms, so we might need to pen differently on one surface. In this situation, we may use the Split Face tool to split the wall into two elements. In this example, two walls need to be split. The first one is the wall for the elevator shaft and the stair tower. We need to pen the part for stair tower, but not the part for the elevator. Now, let us split the wall. Open the 1F plan view. Under the View tab, select the Section tool. Let us build up a section view. Therefore, we can have a better view of this wall. Double-click the section view element to enter the view. Next, under the Modify tab, click the Split Face tool. Select the wall that we want to split and draw a line between the elevator shaft and the stair tower. Click the green check icon to complete the task. Then we can pen the wall for the stair tower. Another wall that needs to be split is located in the room beside the elevator shaft. This wall is shared by the outdoor and indoor spaces, and it needs to be painted with two different materials. Let us repeat the process for splitting and painting the wall. How about splitting the face of a column? The split tool can be used to split the walls. However, it does not work for the columns. Let us use another approach to achieve it. We may attach a thin wall on the face of a column first, and then paint the thin wall with material needed. Let us take the column located at the northwest corner, for example. The part inside the building needs to be painted with 123 Mortar Monolithic Finish Emulsion Pen, while the rest part outside the building needs to be painted with rectangular tile. Let us create two thin walls first. Then we paint on the surface of the wall inside the building. Next, we move on to the walls in the entrance hall, the bathrooms, and the kitchens. The walls in these rooms are decorated with tiles and marble, and the thickness of tiles and marble will change the interior dimensions of the rooms. So we should use materials with thickness to model the tiles and marble. Let us use wall elements to implement the decorations. Switch to the 1F view, then apply Architecture Plane for view templates. Under the Architecture tab, click the Wall drop-down and select Wall Architecture. In the Type selector, we have prepared the wall types needed for decoration. So let us just select the type of basic wall type. Set the base constraint to 1F, the top constraint to unconnected, and unconnected height to 260 centimeters. Now, let us create the thin walls. In some cases, as you can see, doors and windows are blocked by the decorative walls we just created. We may solve this problem by applying the Join tool. Under the Modify tab, select the Join tool. Then select the two side-by-side walls, respectively. By joining the walls, now they share the same openings at the same location. Okay, now please follow the same procedure to decorate the tiles in other bathrooms and kitchens by yourself. Now let us move on to the floors. Similar to the tiles in the bathrooms and kitchens, we should use materials with thickness to model the finishes on the floor. So we will use floor elements as alternatives on floors. Let us get started from the basement. Open the B1 plan view. Apply Architecture Plan to View Templates. Then, under the Architecture tab, in the Floor drop-down menu, select Floor Architectural. Select the floor type of 123 mortar monolithic finish in the Type selector. Under the Dimensions, we can see the default thickness of this floor type is 2 cm. So we need to set the height offset from level to 2 cm. Now we can start sketching the boundaries of the floor finish. Because the floor finish does not intersect with the structural frames, here we may just create a single floor finish covering the entire room. Let us take a floor in front of the elevator on the first floor as another example. You can choose the floor finish type you like. Here we choose marble to apply on the floor. Select the Floor Architectural tool. In the Type selector, select Marble. Because the thickness of marble is 3 cm, we should adjust the height offset from level to 3 cm. After setting up the parameters, we can create the marble floor finish. Now, please follow the same steps to finish the rest of floor finishes by yourself. For the exterior walls, because the thickness of tile does not affect the space of other elements, we may use the pen tool to model the tiles. The process of painting the exterior walls is the same as that of our painting the interior walls. We have two paint types for tiles on the exterior walls. They are rectangular tile and mosaic tile. Let us open the south elevation view. On the right-hand side of the underlay, we can see the annotations denoting the tile types for each exterior wall. We paint the walls according to these annotations. Now, let us go to the 3D view and start modeling the tiles on the exterior walls. Under the Modify tab, select the Pen tool. In the Material Browser pop-up window, select Rectangular Tile. Then click on the surfaces of the exterior walls to paint the tiles on them. Now, please follow the same procedure to finish all the exterior tiles of the first floor by yourself. Next, we are going to create the eaves for the first floor. We will use floor elements as alternatives for the eaves. Open the 2F plan view. Under the Structure tab, select the Flow Structural tool. In the Properties palette, select Eave RC 25 cm. Then under the Modify Create Flow Boundary tab, select Pick Lines and pick the boundaries of the eave on the underlay. At the intersection of two eaves, we may make a 45-degree angle for both of them so that they can match each other in shape. Click the green check icon to finish creating this eave. Also, we need to create a slope on its surface. Select the eave first. Under the Modify Flow tab, select Modify Sub-Elements. Then select the outer edge and input -20 to modify its elevation. Now please follow the same procedure to model the remaining eaves by yourself. When you finish, you should see the eaves like this.